Hi, it's Steve Sorensen, Phillips Chevrolet in Frankfort, Illinois. I just sold this Corvette to some people out of state, and I prepared a little video for them on how to work everything on it, a little demonstration video. So I'm going to just go through and do a demo. If I make any mistakes, don't blast me on YouTube, but I'll do my best to show you what I know. I'm still learning every day a little bit more about the car, so here's the video. Alright, I got the door open so I can start the engine without killing myself. So I'm going to just show you a couple buttons on the left side over here. Start the car up. All you got to do is the keys have to be inside the car for you to start it up. Alright? So all you do is you come in, put your foot on the brake, push this little start button over here. There's your start button right there. You're all green. Good to go. Okay? So then to shut it off, put your foot on the brake, shut the engine off. Alright, buttons over here. This is going to be your button to open up your hatch. Okay? This is going to be your mirrors. To do your left mirror, push this to the left and then adjust your left mirror. Do your right mirror over here. Now, when you're driving down the road, okay, and you put it in gear, you're going to have a little reflection that comes up out of this. It's called heads-up display. I'm sure you know what it is. It's going to reflect your speed, your RPMs, or whatever mode you want to put it in. And to move that, if you're taller or shorter, to move that up and down in your window to where you're getting the full picture, you can raise it or lower it, right, by doing this, okay? This is going to be the brightness, and this is going to change the mode that you're looking at it in, okay? The lights are set to come on automatically. Like I said, this little ball right here tells the car how dark it is, and it's set to come in auto. If you ever want to blink your lights at a truck when they, I mean, you're getting a Corvette, you're probably not going to be getting passed by too many trucks. But if you ever need to blink your lights at somebody, just pull back on this, it blinks the lights. And when you're driving at night, if you want to put the high beams on, just push it forward, okay? These are tap shifts, okay? When you put this thing down in manual mode, you're going to have park, reverse, neutral, drive in manual. I think it's an M, if I'm not mistaken. It could be an L. But when you put this down in manual mode, you can basically punch it and shift it automatically, like first, second, third, and then back to second and back to first. So this is what your tap shifts are, okay? You're going to be able to change your radio controls, volume, or down here. This is your volume, upper volume, lower volume here. And then when you set your favorite radio stations in your car, you can do like up to 60 of them, I believe. You can just walk through your favorites by hitting right here and right here, all right? This is going to be your cruise control system. The master cruise switch needs to be on by pushing this top button. It's going to illuminate a little white light on your dash. You're saying your cruise is active and ready to be set. To set the speed, just push down below there. And to, let's say you set it at 60, you're cruising down the road, you're doing 60. Hit 60. You want to go up to 64. You can hit this plus button 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. It moves you up to 64 miles an hour. Every time you hit the plus or minus, it changes your car 1 mile an hour. This button right here is the same thing as hitting this little center button right here is the same thing as tapping your brake. When you're cruising down the road, instead of tapping your brakes to let the cruise temporarily go off, you can just hit that button right there if you want. Either or. This is all going to be your phone controls. I'll show you how to work that. These little buttons right here is your basically your cursor for your infotainment system that I'm going to, or your, not your infotainment system, but your driver information center that's going to appear here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the car outside. I'm going to have Amy get in, and we'll video everything from this side so I can show you what's going on. All right, we're rolling. We're back inside. A couple things. These 3 buttons right here are how to program your garage doors. You need to check out your owner's manual, the instructions in your owner's manual. You might have to do your garage door opener manual also to coordinate on how to set these. A lot of times you can just take your button and hold it in on your garage door opener and push it, hold this, and sometimes it'll marry it that way. But just consult your owner's manual and owner's manual garage door. That's what these 3 buttons are for. The mirror, your OnStar. You're going to have OnStar free for 6 months. Okay. If you're ever adjusting your mirror, this is going to be to hit OnStar and say I need directions to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Belvedere Road and Rockland, wherever. It's going to give you turn-by-turn directions, but you got navigation, so you're probably never going to use the OnStar navigation. If you're ever adjusting your mirror and you accidentally hit this SOS button right here, This is a 911 button for OnStar. Don't just reach down here on your steering wheel and shut the phone call off, because if you don't take this phone call, they're going to come on. If you hit this button, they're going to come on and say, this is OnStar, what's your emergency? If you don't take that phone call, the cop's going to stop you to find out what's going on. So if you accidentally adjust your mirror and you hit this SOS button, take the call, say, I accidentally hit my button, we're all good. So then the cop won't stop you to find out what's going on, okay? This is going to be for, you could send turn-by-turn directions to your car if you want, if you're using the OnStar navigation system, and it's basically your virtual advisor button. And you can use that also for phone. This is your OnStar phone also. This is OnStar phone, OnStar minutes. This is going to be your phone paired to the car for the lifetime of the car, okay? I showed you the steering wheel a little bit. You know, you've got a power, does all this, all right? Your power tilt. Screen door opens up by pushing this in here. You're going to have a USB drive back there. All right, you're also going to have a USB drive down in here. All right, you got actually 2 USB drives, an SD card slot, 2 USB drives, and a auxiliary port. All right, so let's do the screen up. Let's start with this a little bit. We're gonna pair. I'm gonna pair my phone to your car, so when I come down and see, I get to drive it, and my phone will be paired automatically. Let's go ahead and put the phone on here. This is an iPhone. Unlock it. We're gonna go to settings here. I got a Bluetooth. I want to make sure your Bluetooth's on. If you have an Android, I want you to make sure that you go to the phone settings to make your phone discoverable, okay? Because we're going to try to attempt to pair the phone here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pair device. Click the pair device button right there, okay? Right now my phone is searching for a device, okay? I found the Chevrolet MyLink right here, okay? Now it's connecting to the Corvette. Okay. Pair. My phone's called Dad's iPhone. Obviously, my daughter named it for me. We're paired. Hit OK. Now, every time I get in the car, here's the battery of my phone. Here's the signal strength of my phone. And there's Dad's iPhone. I'm going to delete it, obviously, before I send this thing down to you guys. But what I can do now is let's say I can go to home. Here's the home button right here. We're going to go to home. All right. Let's say I'm driving down the road and I want to make a phone call. I'll show you how to do it voice activated and do it manually. Hit the phone button. I can hit my contacts. All my contacts are in here. I can slide this up and down like this. So I can call Jeff G. So I can call. Here's another thing. If you want to do voice activation, you're cruising down the road, I can just basically hit this button here.
Command, please.
Call Tina on cell.
Call Tina on mobile, correct?
Yes. So now it's automatically calling my wife. So, and then to hang up on her, which I can, just push that button right there. Sorry, honey. All right. So what I'm going to do is so we got all the contacts are in here. Everything's Bluetoothed. To dial a number manually, just hit the phone button, go to this screen. Sorry, let's go home, start over. Go home, phone, the dial number, keypad, and I can just type in the number that I want to dial, okay? Or I can do a voice command.
Say a phone command.
I can call Dave Smith at work, or whatever. However you have the phone name saved in your contacts, you just hit this button and say, call Dave Smith at work after the beep, and it's going to find Dave Smith. You can say, call Dave Smith at work, call Dave Smith on mobile, call Dave Smith at home, and it will decipher the home number, the work number, and the mobile number that you got going here, okay? So, voicemail, I've never seen how to retrieve voicemail yet, but I'm sure you can. It's just Bluetoothed in there. All right. Okay, starting from home, just push the home button, you're back to home. This is how you're going to store contacts to your favorites. To pull up your favorites, hit this little arrow. It pulls up your favorites. So I'm going to go to home. I want to save my wife Tina to this number 2 button right here. So I hit phone. I push on contacts, it brings up my contacts here, all right? If you have it in a different mode like keypad, I'm not gonna be able to store it. So what I want you to do is I want you to click on your contacts, brings up in contacts mode, push and hold the contacts in and slide your finger up. And what it does is it opens up your available favorite channels. Push and hold 2. Okay, now what it does is I can come down here and I can find my wife Tina in here. Oh, I'm sorry. Tina. So now when I go back home and I hit my favorites, I got Tina here. And I can either call Tina at home or I can call Tina on my cell. So, all right, let's go back home here. All right, so that's how we do that. Now, for me to manage those favorites, I go to home, I can go to settings, I wanna go to, down here, I wanna go to radio, I wanna manage my favorites, I wanna take this Tina, and I want to delete it. So now it's gone, all right? Or 93 point this. Here's what I want to do also. Let's say it's called the loop, all right? I know that 97 point, let's do this, 97.1. Let's go back here to media, let's go to radio. Radio is gonna change you from AM, FM to XM, okay? Let's go to FM, 97.9. Like the station, push and hold it, okay? Rock and Rush. All right, so what I can do now is instead of having all these numbers on here, what I can do is I can go to home, I can go to settings, I can go to radio, I can manage my favorites, I can click on 97.9, I can rename it. I can hit the back button here, which is, where's the back button here? Hit that X button right here. And what I can do is I can call it the shift loop. And I can hit preview, and I can hit this, I can hit exit right there, and I can be done with it, and it's done. So when I go back to audio, it says the loop, okay? So, getting warm in here, sorry. There's another thing I can show you too. You can keep both sides of the car different temperatures. Keep mine at 72. Passenger can control their own heat and own air-conditioned seats, high, low, medium, low, or heated seats, high, medium, low. And you can control the temperature of the corner of the side of your car over there. So I know we're kind of jumping around here a little bit. I do that a lot. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna erase these, go to settings, go to radio, manage favorites. We're gonna delete this one. We're gonna go to this one. We're gonna deletes everything. Now, as you store favorites, both radio stations, contacts, navigations, I mean, you can go to nav and create an address for your home. So wherever you're at, you can just hit home right there. Navigation screen will pull up and take you right, direct you right to where you need to go to the house. We're gonna go to done. As you store favorites, it'll automatically add another row. If you run out of 5, it brings up 6 through 10. You can do up to 60 little channels here, okay? So, wanted to show you kind of a cool little feature. I'm sure you guys go out to eat quite a bit. Let's go back home here, start at home. Weather is gonna be part of your Sirius radio. You got Sirius, since you got a 3LT Corvette, you got Sirius radio for 3 months, or for a whole 12 months. So it's going to give you weather. It's going to give you, it's going to show you your weather for the next year. You got XM radio for a year. Sorry, where I'm at here. This is your nav bringing up your weather here in Frankfort, Illinois. You can zoom in or zoom out. We'll go back to home and get rid of the navigation. It shows you your radar and all that stuff. So we're going to go back to audio. I'm backwards. What do I need to go through here? Settings. If you go out to eat a lot, my fault. See, I told you I jumped around a little bit. Sorry. You can go down what they call valet mode. All right, where's it at here? Valet mode. What valet mode means is you go to a restaurant and you want to lock something in the glove box, or you want to lock something behind the screen. What you can do is this opens up now, but what you can do is when you go out to eat, you get the keys to a valet, you can just put it in any random number, like 1, 2, 3, 4. I suggest you use something else. Hit enter, it's going to ask you to redo it again. 3, 4, hit lock. 1, 2, 3. And what happens is the screen's locked to where they can't get behind this, and your glove box is also locked now. Okay, so you can't get into it. So when you come out of the restaurant or wherever you're at, you want to get in your car, you can unlock. Whoops, my fault. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unlock. Everything opens. Your glove box is now unlocked and good to go. Okay? So you can use 1, 2, 3, 4 this time. You can use 9, 5, 5, 5, whatever you want to do next time. So I want to delete my phone from your system. So go to phone, go to phones. I want to delete that's iPhone. Disconnect. And I want to remove it by hitting the minus sign. Delete Bluetooth device. Okay, so now I have no phones paired to your car. But that's how you pair your phone, okay guys? Radio button is going to move you from AM, FM to XM. I do need to get your XM radio activated. I'll get that done today for you. And it's basically how you work your radio system. All right, first thing I want to show you is this parking brake down here. Put your parking brake on. I want you to just pull this up. Electric parking brake. Park brake set. Okay, 2. Release it. Put your foot on the brake. Push down. Parking brake is released. Okay, now this is your driver information center up here. Okay, now you're going to have arrows to the up and down. It's doing this. Okay, we're going to go to the left, and it's going to open up our menu over here to the left. Top one is info. Okay, we're going to go to that first. Second one's going to be performance, audio, phone, navigation, and your settings. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to info by hitting this up arrow. We're going to select it. Okay, it's going to bring up your info. Now it's going to give me up arrow and a down arrow. So what it does is it can walk me through what I'm looking at here. Here's my miles per hour. Here's going to be my trip A. To reset it, I want to hit, just push and hold the select button. It resets it. Go to trip B, push and hold it, resets it. Fuel range. Here's going to be your tire pressure. Here's going to be your last odometer and your average mile per gallon. And fuel use, your timer, your speed limit. You can hit that button. It's going to tell you what the speed limit is on the road that you're driving on. I don't know anybody really going to use that too much, but some people might. If I go back here to the left, I can go down to settings and I hit select, and what I can do is I can go down sport, display theme, to say speed warning. If you want to activate speed warning, push the right button. I can enable it. So if you don't ever want to go over 80 miles an hour, whoops, my fault. Hit the wrong thing there. Hit the right arrow, US metric, sport, enabled. Okay. I want to go to the right. I want to set the speed. Hit the right arrow. I can move this up to 80 miles an hour or wherever you want to be. So when it gets to 80 miles an hour, the car's going to let you know, look, I'm doing 80. Don't get a ticket. So I can hit select. Now I have speed warning set at 80. So what I can do now is I'm going to just disable it by hitting the right arrow. Disable. Go back through here. Settings. Go down to my little side gauges here. I don't know what they call them exactly, little slot gauges. I can change this. I can, instead of put my oil pressure over here, I can hit the left button here. Whoops, my fault. I can hit pocket gauges is what they call them. I can hit left, disabled. I can hit the right button. I can edit the gauges. And I can change this up, blank, oil pressure. I can put the oil temp there, the battery, the trans temp, blank. So we'll keep oil pressure there. And then to the right side, I can do oil temp. I can keep that, oil pressure. It changes the pocket gauges right there, okay? I'm still learning the system, so be patient with me a little bit. More settings, I can go down here, enter, drop down through here, US, sport, display theme, sport, link to drive mode, okay? This is the display theme. I'm gonna set it to link to drive mode because here's what's gonna happen. Now I am in tour mode. This little button right here. This is gonna give you your 5 different drive modes for your car. As you twist it, it's gonna change your drive mode on the screen up here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go start with weather. turn it to the left. I'm gonna move it over to weather. If the roads are ever wet, I want you to put the Corvette in weather mode and drive it, because if you're going around a corner and you punch it and the roads are wet, the car's gonna know when it's breaking loose, and it won't allow itself to break loose. So you got extra traction when the conditions are wet, right? If you go into eco mode, it's gonna make it to where it's just more efficient as it drives. Most of the time you're gonna keep it in what they call tour mode. Exit out of this. Okay, to get back to the speed, I just go back up to info, hit that, and we're back to where I'm at. Okay, I'm in info mode. All right, so link to drive mode. So now I take it from tour, and as you'll listen to the car, I'm gonna put it in sport mode. It opens up your exhaust in the back. You got a little bit more, sensitive throttling, all right? Now, the next mode, the 5th mode, is called track mode. I don't want you to ever put it in track mode unless you're on a racing track. Suspension gets too stiff. If you hit a bump or hit a pothole, you can really damage the suspension of the Corvette. So only use this TR mode, track mode, if you're on a racing track only. Remember how I set it to link to drive mode? If I put it in track, oh, going the wrong way, Steve. If you're on the track, it changes your G meter. You can put lap times in here, previous lap, current lap. So if you ever take it out, see how it changes get your RPM gauges going in here. I'm in park, reverse, neutral, drive, puts what gear you're in, put it back into weather, and what it does is it changes you back to where there's track. Going the wrong way again, I do that. Sport. Changes it with your pocket gauges. Put it in touring mode, it's all the same. So, hit the right arrow here. All right, now we're in tour mode. This is where you're gonna keep it most of the time. Going back to your dash here, you got your emergency lights, your front defrost, rear defrost. Here's your heated seats for the driver. Here's your cooled seats for the driver. And actually, I never realized this. I just learned something here. This is, I can control your seat with these 2 buttons, or you can control it over there. Didn't know that. If I turn it on there, I just learned something. Cool. All right, like I told you, I'm still learning about the car. And then you can control them over here. So, USB ports, auxiliary ports, SD card in here. You know how to do the valet mode. What I do need you guys to do is you're gonna get 6 months of OnStar for free. I need you to, whoops, deactivate that.
Your OnStar call has ended.
Good.
Goodbye.
Here's what I do need you to do. Please activate your OnStar system for 6 months for free. She's going to ask you to set a 4-digit PIN number. She's going to ask your email address, because each month your car is going to send you an email with your oil life remaining, and your tire pressure is going to give you a little diagnosis of the car. So, kind of showed you a little bit about the car. I'm sure you're going to probably have some questions. Oh, the top. How do we take the top off? What we do is this. Pull this back. Pull this back all the way, and then push this button right there. Pull down. Where's the button? There's the button to push. Right there. It releases, and the top will lift out. Okay? One person can lift the top. They're very light. Then just put the top back in there. Lock this in. Lock this in. Like that. Like that. You're good to go. I hope you enjoy this car. I've never got to meet you guys, but if I ever head down that way, maybe I'll give you a call or something like that. If you have any questions, give me a call. You can call me at work, 815-469-2323, extension 398. And who I'm making this video for, you have my cell number. Call me anytime if you have any questions at all. So congratulations on your new Corvette, and give me a call. Take care. Bye.